And we're live recorded. It's Thursday night, 11:14 p.m. on July 27th. I know that because I had to write that on every single thing that I prepared today at work.
I probably wrote 8 or so labels with date for food prep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, food prep related for those of you who are watching or listening. Um yeah.
It's quarter
Um
after 11 Pacific time in America. We're in the United States of America and the Pacific time zone. We're planning on uploading this to the YouTube channel republictoday.net. We talk about our personal lives and America and service industry, food service industry. We talk about that more offline than we do during this show, I think.
Food service industry?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, so today I was on food prep, and a couple days ago I went to the store and bought some cleaning stuff for the house, and I was like, you know what, while I'm here, I'm also gonna get some cleaning stuff for the restaurant that I work for. So I like bought a can of that like oven cleaner and a pumice stone and a set of two gloves. So I used some gloves here just now to do dishes, and then I used the other pair to clean out the oven at my job, which is actually it's actually like a double oven. So there's like a bottom one and a top one, and people use the top one more often, obviously, because it's more dirty. Or it is more dirty because people use it more often. Which one isn't? I don't know.
Well, it's obvious because.
Obvious?
You said obviously?
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. That was satisfying, and my coworker came in and was like, "Oh, I thought this was gonna take hours, and you're like almost done." And I'm like, "Yeah, this doesn't take that long," and whatnot. So I don't know.
Different people can do things at different speeds, though, too.
Yeah,
There's a spectrum of if you just started learning chopping vegetables and putting things in ovens and having timers and stuff. If that's still new to you, it takes longer. There's going to be some mistakes. I spilled some sauces tonight. I was just kind of going fast, pouring sauces into stuff. I
right.
mean, not like it took up some time to do.
Yeah, no, I get it. I've like sometimes at the restaurant I put sauces into like the little to go ramekins, and I just like I don't have like perception of like the power that like the sauce comes out at sometimes, and so I'm like, squirting away the ramekins, and I'm like, oh shit, I guess I have to be more careful. Um, or like if I'm pouring out a specific angle or squeezing, because we pour them from squeeze bottles.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, like I don't know. There's just like the little things, like when the restaurant moved from an old location to a newer location, like there was a learning curve of like how to like what angles I could use the sprayer at for like best food removal, but also so it wouldn't splash back into my face. So like I kind of
Yes.
just have
Yeah.
that
Or on
like
your, back at ya.
right. Yeah. So like I don't know, those are just like little things that like people kind of pick up on over time and try
Right.
to adjust.
And getting faster.
Yeah, and get
Getting
faster.
faster, getting
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I
It's
understand.
building
Like
skills.
I know how to clean an oven. Like I was just like, oh, maybe my coworker like doesn't clean ovens very often, or yeah, I don't know. I wasn't like judging anybody, but
Right.
um yeah, I don't know. I that's the speed at which I do things.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I think like I want to, like I don't think I can quickly bang out most food prep right now. We're talking about a restaurant business. By the way, listeners, my name is Skull, and my co-host here is named Jay.
Hi. I look a little different today for those of you who are watching because I went all out.
Yeah, yeah, right. Job stuff. So same in accounting, office assistant jobs. You know, like you can be fast at their particular email system and the way it's installed, and you're working on computers. You know, it takes some time to transition into different software tools that you might be using at work. In restaurants, the
Correct.
POS is like one, but like that's kind of it, and that makes it
Right.
interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, even in the accounting world, people use different, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna call them like bookkeeping programs. Like, typically, like, individuals or small businesses, or maybe even like medium sized, like small businesses, enterprises, or whatever, will use QuickBooks online. Um,
Not even like software, just online, like through a browser.
they don't have software anymore, or it's very hard to get the software.
Like so, there's not an app for like a tablet or a phone.
There is an app. It's QuickBooks Online.
Oh,
You pay a subscription. It's a subscription
mm,
model.
it's an app.
They have you can do it online on a web browser. You can have an app on your phone. You can have an app on your tablet.
Oh, okay, but it's not
You can
computer
have an
software.
app on your computer,
Right.
but you
Okay.
don't necessarily have to do it like that.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Um, but anyway, my point was, and then there's also like nonprofits or like the governmental sector. They use different um, like bookkeeping types of. Sometimes it's online, so I'm like kind of I don't want to call it software, but programs, I guess. Um, yeah, I don't know. So they're all different, and
Yeah.
they all take time to learn.
And if you're running a restaurant, you're
Some of them are
integrating
old.
a point of sale system with bookkeeping system, um, HR stuff, um, ordering, ordering fresh produce, like having deliveries 3 times a week.
Hmm.
We used to have, I don't know, different places had different things, but if you're moving a lot of fresh produce, yeah, 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and then getting those orders in, you know, having some, using software, using some kind of interface to do that. Well,
Right.
we've got a cat on camera. Look at this fuzzy thing. And so learning how to do those, that kind of office work takes time.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, different at all.
Yeah. So
But
what
it's
are
great
you?
that you get things done
So
fast. That's awesome. That's such an asset.
yeah, I know. Well, it is an asset, but then it's also like I don't know. There have been occasions where it doesn't necessarily benefit me. So like I've been in salaried work positions where like there's like all right, we'll keep working and I'm like more productive than like some people around me and we're all just getting paid the same amount.
Hmm.
So it's just like I don't know. I it it's frustrating because I think that it also like starts that kind of gets me thinking like, oh well, maybe I need to like slow it down a little bit, um, uh, because I'm just gonna get the same amount of pay, and then like that's how like you get people in like tenured professor positions, or like people who work for the government who like cannot be fired, or like it's hard to get them fired, like I don't know, because I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling about something stupid.
I disagree with you, Jay. You're talking about interesting stuff. Um, I think the workplace has come up in lots of different contexts. As the listeners know, we talk about our personal lives and we talk about work a lot on this show. And I
Yeah,
would, you know,
okay. It is interesting because we want to like elongate or lengthen our work week. Like why can't we just show like, oh, we can be super productive within like 4 hours of a day instead of 8 hours of a day, and like I don't know, why can't we just like have that as our work day and like be done with it. Do something that's pleasurable. Still make the same amount of money. Like, why do we have to hold employees hostage for like whatever, a third of their day?
yeah, yeah, it's the promise. I mean, I remember the late '90s, and it was like the internet.
Technology.
The
Yeah,
technology is gonna
right.
let you work from home,
Right.
and like because different people can operate this stuff at different r- rates, you can pay them accordingly, and that's how like the tech industry sort of thing started happening because people would be like, okay, well, if I work for 48 hours straight and just do like, you know, uppers and whatever, um, I can like write this amazing code and blah blah blah. The people who are really good at that stuff,
Right.
if
Right.
they put in like you know, serious stuff, serious work, then it's like worth a lot of money.
Okay, that's enough.
For you listeners out there, there's a cat um, clawing, and that was what was enough. But yeah, it's worth money, right? The technology, and that you could do it from home, you could do it on vacation, because all you need is a computer and an internet connection. So you can do, you know, whatever. But that, whatever, how many years later, 25 years later, we're like, ah, sorry, like get back to
Well,
work, you know.
yeah, I mean, so my first experience or like instance of like witnessing like technology influencing like job positions specifically was with self checkout counters at like a grocery store. And there's like, I don't know, I guess like from what I've seen, people are upset that like, oh, these computers are taking over our jobs, or like, oh, like, what's the other one? There's another argument. Or like, why can't I talk to like a real person or like have an
Right,
interaction with
right.
a real person
Why don't we
to
have
check me
jobs
out?
created? Why isn't there a huge customer service like industry where people are making decent livings, like getting paid, you know, like again, yeah, I don't know, a living wage to um, be customer service people where they're that and it should be totally unionized. Um,
But nobody wants to do customer service. It's
because it's low
ridiculous.
wage. That's why.
That's why.
That's why people
Like
don't
you
want to do
think,
it.
but you think like, hmm. Like, do you think there are people who are passionate about customer service regardless of the pay? Like, oh, I'm passionate about becoming an artist, even though it doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna be paid or it's going to be fruitful. Do you think there's that same passion for wanting to get into like customer service?
Um,
That's my question.
the same. So, when people are choosing their careers, do I
Right.
think like people are passionate about being artists? They're not passionate about being customer service people.
Yeah. That's my question.
I think there. It seems like you run into more people who want to pursue being an artist than who actively want to pursue being a customer service person. But I guess I can't separate it from it being like a low pay position.
Yeah, okay. Art can be low paying or not at all paying.
I I'd probably run into more customer service people than artists, though.
Right, I understand. Because capitalism? Everyone is a consumer, therefore you're a customer, therefore you need to be served.
Well, here's
You need to be
okay. Here's
serviced.
here's the question. Like, does does being an artist now being an artist, and we can talk about what that entails. Does that mean 60% of your income is flipping toys on eBay? You know, and is it better if it's flipping art on eBay?
What does
Is
that
it
have to
just
do with art?
more competitive? Well, if you're making like a substantial portion of your income is from your production as an artist,
Right.
um, which is distinct from the online marketing and selling digital prints or whatever. Um,
That's different.
well, is it? I mean, I don't. It seems like it's a different skill set. It seems like it's different, sort of like motivation and um,
There's still like a design element that I think artists
I'm
have.
not natural at like monetizing it.
Right.
Um,
I don't think a lot of people are.
so that's what I'm saying is different.
Oh,
And
you're saying specifically like online marketing, that skill set.
that is monetizing it. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of like do you go job searching where with a resume in hand,
Okay.
on foot, like walking into places like, can I talk to your hiring manager?
Okay, so why do we monetize anything?
Why do we? Well, if we're talking about making a living being a customer service agent, which you
Yeah.
can't. I mean, the money's not even there. One can't. So of course you don't like doing that, and you don't pursue it, whether you're passionate about it or not. Because like I think like when I was abstractly thinking about customer service as like an early 20 something, I was like, yeah, I could get into doing this. Like I like helping people. I like people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't mind like just like like working hard and whatever. And so like I could be a really good customer service person. I'm good enough with the technology that as that was changing, in the whatever the early aughts, um, I could keep up with it, and I can use the computer systems that customer service people need to use, and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's just like, and for you listeners and viewers, like there's a big difference to me between customer service and sales. Like commission sales people, customer service people should be totally unionized. Commission salespeople should not be unionized, in my opinion. Anyway, is that it? Is that it? You got anything else?
All right, take us out.
Take us out. What else do I have? I'm trying to think, trying to come up with any kind of basketball update. Um, I don't even have anything there. So, uh, that's all we got.
republictoday.net.